All right, this is First Kings 2:1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. All right, Shalom Akim is a high spirit within Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudas. Also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, today I want to go into a topic entitled Keeping Our Frame in This Truth. All right, keeping our frame in this truth. All right, because basically, part of being in this truth is being a man. Okay, and what makes you a man is keeping your frame. All right, and what does that entail to keep your frame, or what they call a masculine frame, is really adhering. All right, adhering to the statutes of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, adhering to your principles, all right, within this truth under Yahweh Bashim Shai. So when you keep your frame, all right, you're not bending, in reality, you're not bending your integrity. You're not bending your principles for anything, all right? So in this truth, we have to keep frame, all right? So no matter what the test of our integrity or the test of our principles is, we don't compromise our principles, our principles which maintain our frame in this truth. All right. So I'm going to get that again. First Kings 2:1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. All right. And a man is like unto a house. All right. A man is like unto a house or a building. And that building is not only built up of a solid foundation, but that building also has pillars that uphold, all right, the integrity, or keep the integrity of that building. So that, in a literal sense, is actually keeping the frame of that building. The frame of that building, in which upholds that building, is the pillars of that building. All right. So in a figurative sense, all right, our frame that upholds our integrity of our existence is our pillars. Well, it's ultimately it's the laws, statutes, and commandments, and it's also our own principles in which we are navigating life through, man. And that's what makes you a man, is that your pillars, all right, maintain their integrity no matter the condition. Okay. So with that, I'm going to get, all right, the book of Sirach, chapter 27, all right, verse 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh, his house shall soon be overthrown, because you're not maintaining your principles, all right, that uphold who you are in this truth. All right. You're not maintaining your principles that uphold who you are in this truth, and you will get tested. You will get tested, man. Okay. So just be prepared for that, okay? I'm going to get, speaking of getting tested, okay? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 16. And it's talking about wisdom. But remember, wisdom is personified as a woman. And this is what a woman does, all right, a lot of times when they first meet a man. All right, what wisdom does spiritually is what a woman would do literally. Okay, and that's really to test the integrity, test his integrity, test his pillars. All right, test the his foundation. All right, test his upkeep to see if this building is worth living in. Okay, because if I could make this building bend, all right, then this building is not stable for me to inhabit. All right, and that's how wisdom is. All right, so this is Sirach chapter 4. I start at verse 15. Whoso give ear unto her shall judge the nations. All right, and that's the ultimate reward for keeping our integrity in his faith. And he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline. until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. So what is wisdom doing to us spiritually? We come into this knowledge, right? And we claim that, we figure out about Shema Shai. We claim that we're his men. So he sends his woman wisdom, all right, to test our integrity, to test our manhood in his faith. Wisdom is like a woman who's playing a role of an inspector, and she's inspecting your building. She's testing the foundation to see if it is solid, all right? She might hold on to a certain pillar in the house and shake it to see if it's rocky, all right? As they call a SHIT test, man. It's testing your manhood, all right? Did it stand firm, all right? But wisdom does that in the form of afflictions. Wisdom does that in the form of temptations, all right? Are you going to talk to that woman knowing damn well she's married and she's giving you positive vibes, all right? Wisdom is testing your integrity in this truth, all right? Somebody offer you you just came into the knowledge and you found out about the laws, and somebody bring a pepperoni pizza, are you going to fold, all right? That's what it means to try him by her laws. Sirach 4:17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. All right. Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. So what's that all about? All right. Wisdom, she SHIT tested you. She tested your foundation. She tried to shake your pillars and they wouldn't move. She saw that he's a real man. All right. So now they de-armed her, and now she feels like I could build my nest with this man. All right. I could show him my secrets. All right. I could show this man my secrets because he has shown himself to me that he's actually a firm man. All right. Let me see, verse 19. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. All right. So that's pretty much the point when it comes to keeping your frame. Your frame, all right, goes back to actually if you were like into a building and your frame are your pillars, all right, and the different instruments within the house, they keep the house up erected, all right? And wisdom will come in as an inspector to test your frame. But actuality, even, when you in this truth and you might meet an actual woman, all right, you're still in a test. The Most High used that woman to test you to see, all right, he's in the infatuation phase of this woman. He's excited about this woman. All right, is he going to start bending his schedule for her? Or is he going to stand firm and make her maneuver around his schedule in the truth? Okay? From now I'm going to get, all right, because all of it is a test, man. It's all a test. All right, is he going to start compromising his principles out of fear that she will leave him? Or is he going to stand firm regardless of the outcome? Remember this and show yourself a man. All right, as King David told Yahushua, as he told King Solomon, okay? And we all have to pray for that strength because we are in the flesh, but you have to remember, all right, who you really serve, man, all right? Because it's all about conquering. This is Game of Thrones, man. Life is Game of Thrones, man. Either somebody going to conquer you or you going to conquer them, all right? Either life going to conquer you or you going to conquer life, all right? This is 1 Ezra 4, and I started 27. Many also have perished and erred in sin for women. Now, on a spiritual sense, it could be talking about a woman as in the form of philosophy, or it could be talking about like what we just got through talking about. They failed the test given to them by wisdom. All right, but ultimately it's talking about a literal woman. So let me get that again. First Ezra 4:27. Many also have perished, have erred in sin for women. And now do you not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him in Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admirable Barticus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head and setting it upon her own head. Now that actually happened, but that's symbolic. When you bend your principles for something or somebody, you allowed that entity to take your crown off your head and you gave it to them, saying, You're my king. You serve me now. I'm denouncing my manhood so you can run me. You're the alpha male. You're the leader. All right. First Ezra 4:30 again. And taking the crown from the king's head and setting it upon her own head, she also struck the king with her left hand. And yet for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. And she laughed upon him. He laughed also. All right, it's like a yes man. You know, you never disagree. You know, even if you inwardly disagree, you never disagree, never challenge it. You know, that's right, baby. You know, but that's part of keeping our man. You know, of course, you choose your battles, but you know, part of our, you know, maintaining our frame is maintaining our own existence, man, and not denouncing who we are for anything, man. Whether it's a circumstance, a woman, whatever. And we got to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai that he give us not over to our own ruin because of a lack of integrity, man. All right. Verse 31. First Ezra 4:31. And yet for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter. All right. And that's another thing. That's another SHIT test. You know, your woman might be mad at you because you teaching that day, or you about to go and do a lesson, and she's upset. So now in your instincts, it's like, I don't want to piss her off, or I want to balance her back out and make her happy again. But if it's for something that's superior than her, such as the truth, and you got to keep your frame. You got to stand your ground, man. You know, you got to stand your ground, man. All right. That's why I said in James, you can't. If you want to be friends with the world, you're an enemy of your Yahweh Shema Shai. So if you're denouncing your faith, or denouncing certain things within your faith, within your principles, to please the world or somebody in the world, now you're becoming an enemy of your Yahweh Shema Shai. Because most of the time, you fear that you're about to lose something. But if you have faith, then you will keep it. And if you don't keep it, it wasn't worthy of you. You know? And if as far as friends of the world, they're not worthy of being around you anyway. You know? All right, verse 31 again. And yet for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. If she looked upon him, he laughed also. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter, that she might be reconciled to him again. O ye men, how can it be but women should be strong, seeing they do thus? All right, so wisdom can manifest. Wisdom is personified as a woman, and it'll test you. All right. Or, you know, wisdom can send a woman your way. Yahweh Shema Shai can send a woman your way. And ultimately, it's to test your integrity and the truth. Are you going to stand firm and put her in her place? Or are you going to be passive and let her just, you know, take the crown off your head, all right, and just run all type of ways in your kingdom, man? All right, going back to the other lesson that was done, we are the gatekeepers to our souls, man. So people have to qualify to come into our life, man. Hey, we gotta shit test people. We gotta test women. We gotta vet women, all right, to see if they worthy of us. You know, vet women to see if they low quality women, high quality women. You know, we gotta vet other people to see if are you a nigga? Cause I don't let niggas in my life. I'm very private, man. Are you a nigga? Are we conducting business? Like why are you in my life anyway? You know, we have to vet people, man. You know, like through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, we did a lesson a while back. The world gonna have to bend for us. The world gonna have to play by our rules, man. All right. The world is gonna have to. Hey, when your world is your kingdom, that's your government. They're gonna have to adhere to your rules in your government, man. We're coming into that time. When 7 women cleaving to 1 man, all right, they gonna all be wearing dresses. They gonna all have their hair covered. It ain't gonna be no pork in the house. It ain't gonna be no Facebook. You know. There ain't gonna be no lace fronts, you know. They gonna be in Jerusalem when they're in your house. When you gotta whatever land you are in, you have to keep the laws of that land, and that's the time we coming in, man. And that's the reward for keeping our frame, our principles, upholding our pillars in this truth, man. Well, with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai by Shura Kakodash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. With that, hey, shalom.